Do you have any idea of what the past perfect is, or what do we use it for?
Mm, we use past perfect with part of with part of the time that doesn't have n ending. I don't know how
Um,
to express
Actually, it's the opposite of it.
the
Let's
opposite.
take a look at it, okay? Yeah, don't
Okay.
worry, don't worry. It was a nice guess, but let's take a look at it, okay?
Okay.
All right, first, to introduce you this topic, we have here a reading, okay? So we are all going to read because as you know, speaking is an important part of the exam. Mhm. At the end, well, when you get to the section where you have to speak, and actually we're going to practice but with more elaborate things or topics, you're going to be asked certain questions to make you talk, okay? But you cannot be, well, the audio, because you're going to take it online, the audio cannot be longer than 1 minute, okay? So we're going to learn how to summarize things, how to mm, be more concise, yeah, with the things that we want to say or with the things that we are asked. Yep. Okay. So first, let's practice speaking with this reading. So let's see, Maddie, thank you for offering as a tribute, offering yourself as a tribute. You can begin, please.
Okay. I have to read.
Yep.
It's correct.
Yeah, you have to read.
Have you ever experienced an amazing coincidence? Oh yeah, I think life is full and confidence. I remember one time I had just met my husband to be and we hadn't known each other long. Well, he was showing me photos of old friends that he hadn't seen or spoken to in years. A college friend who moved to Spain, Jerry.
Thank you. Thank you. Gina, can you continue, please?
Yes. Anyway, there we are looking at these photos when the phone rang, and you'll never believe it. It was his friend Yuri. He just called it out of the blue. Emma
Thank you.
Rivers.
Thank you. Tommy, can you help us, please?
Actually, yeah, one thing that sticks in my mind is years ago I was out in the Australian outback driving through the desert. One night I had set up camp and was cooking, and this van appeared out of nowhere with two guys in it. It was nice to have company because I hadn't spoken to anyone in days. Gone on this trip by myself, you see. Well, it turned out one of them had graduated from the same college I did. A small world. Huh.
Nice. You read
Oh,
way too fast.
right.
I didn't even get the chance to
like,
stop you, but that's fine.
like the lady Bob from Bob
Sorry.
Esponja.
No, 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 that's okay, man. That's okay. You need to be able to express yourself. All
Thank
right.
you.
Well, yeah. Yeah. So let's underline the past perfect statements here. Okay. Do you recognize them? Can you tell me where they are?
Had just met.
Yeah. I had just met. What else?
Hadn't known each other.
We hadn't known each other. Thank you. These lines are way too straight. I'm scared.
He hadn't
What
seen.
else?
He hadn't seen.
Mm-hmm. Where, here it is. We hadn't seen or spoken
Or
to.
spoken.
Yes.
Sure. Okay.
Very good. Where else? Take a look at the next line. A college friend who'd moved
Who's moved?
to Spain. Where else? That's it for Emma Rivers, right? Now let's take a look at Glenn. Where can you find the past perfect?
I had set up camp.
Yeah, thank you. I had set up camp.
I hadn't spoken to anyone.
Yeah, I hadn't spoken to anyone in days. Let's complete it in days. That's uncomfortable, right? It has to be just one line.
I've gone on this trip by myself.
Yes. And that's it, right? Yeah, that's it. Okay. So this is the structure for the past perfect, correct? We have a subject plus what's the auxiliary? Had. Yep. And a verb in what tense?
Past perfect.
Past participle. Mhm. Yep, exactly. So this is the structure, the basic structure the for the past perfect. Okay. Now we haven't really talked about the uses of the past perfect, correct? Let's take a look at them. Can we continue?
Yes.
Or do you have any more questions or no?
There's one past perfect missing. One of them had graduated from the same college.
Oh, that's right. I missed it. One of them had graduated.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thanks, Sammy. All right.
You're welcome.
Okay. So do you have any questions?
No,
No?
thank.
Okay. All right, cool. Let's continue. If you have questions, we're going to solve them eventually on this presentation. Okay. All right, here. So we have many uses for the past perfect. Yes, but uh, to sum up, the past perfect is used to talk about um, things that happened before something else in the past. Okay, so let's take a look at it. All right, it says right here, we use the past perfect to talk about things that happened before an event in the past. Hold on 1 second. Give me one more second. Sorry, I had some technical problems. All right. Now, we use the past perfect to talk about things that happened before an event in the past. Now, we have here some examples. Let's repeat. I had set up camp and was cooking, and this van appeared out of nowhere. Let's repeat. No, no repeating.
Mm, I don't know, but
I had I had set up camp and was cooking, and this van appeared out of nowhere.
we have to repeat the question, the sentence.
Yes, yes.
Mm.
Let's
I
repeat.
had set up can and was cooking, and this van appeared out of nowhere.
Mhm. I had just met my husband to be, and he was showing me photos when the phone rang.
I had just met my husband to be, and he was showing me photos in the phone room.
Thank you. So we can also use the past perfect to give explanations or reasons why things happen. Okay? Let's take a look at them. Let's repeat. It was nice to have company because I hadn't spoken to anyone in days.
It was nice to have company because I hadn't spoken to anyone in days.
Thanks. Jerry was a college friend that he hadn't seen in years. He'd moved to Spain.
Jerry was a college friend that he hadn't seen in years. He moved to Spain.
Mhm. Thank you. Now we have here questions and short answers in the past perfect. Let's repeat. Have you gone by yourself?
Have you gone by yourself?
Yes, I had.
Yes, I have.
Had they been in touch?
Have they been in touch?
No, they hadn't.
No, they haven't.
Where had he moved to?
Where had he moved
To Spain.
to Spain?
Good. Okay, now we have more examples on the next slides. Okay, and also more uses for the past perfect, which I think is going to be mm, which I think are going to be more useful than these ones. Okay, now let's get at it. Are you writing this? Yeah? Okay. Let me know when you finish.
I'm ready.
All right, let's go. Okay. Now, um, as we saw on the previous slide, the past perfect is to show an action happened before something else in the past. Okay. Now, we have here some examples. Let's identify what happened first and what happened second. Can you help can you help us, Gina, with the first one?
Yes. Um, she stayed up. Sorry. She stayed up all night because she had received bad news.
Mhm.
I think that she received bad news and then she stayed up all night.
Exactly. So this happened first, right? She had received bad news. So she stayed up all night. Mhm. Now, with the past perfect, it doesn't really matter the order of the of the facts. Yes, as you can see, one is going to tell you what happened first. Mhm. Because the one that happened first is going to be in this tense. Yes, sorry. Okay. Now the next one. Lizzie, can you help us read, please?
They lost many of the games because they had not practiced enough.
I was muted. In this case, what happened first?
Um, they lost many games.
Do you think that happened first or second?
Oh, what happened first?
Mhm.
They had not practiced enough.
Yes. So usually you practice before your games.
Yeah.
So they lost many games as a result of they not practicing enough.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, good. Mm, who else? Karen, can you help us please read the next one?
Anthony had met Ryan before you introduced him to us at the party.
Very good. Now, as you can see here, we have a different order, right? In this case, we have first the past perfect, right? Anthony had met Ryan. Yes, this happened first, and it is in the first place. Even though in the previous sentences, the past perfect is at the end. So as you see, it doesn't really matter the order of the sentences because you are already aware of the thing that happened before the event in the past. Okay.
Okay.
All right, good. Now, as any other perfect tense, the past perfect is not giving you any specifics about when the events occurred. Yeah. You just know that something happened in the past and that something happened before that. Yes, before that situation, we have a different situation. Okay, but they are related. Mhm. All right, Tommy, can you help us with the last one?
You had studied Italian before you moved to Rome. Had studied
Perfect.
happened before.
You had. What did you say that you had studied Italian, or that study Italian happened before?
Had studied happened before.
Ah,
Is
yes,
the
that's
first action.
correct. Yep, that's the first. That's the first situation. That's the first event. It happened before you moved to Rome. Now, let's let's write another example. Yes, we are going to. Oh my God, we have no space. Oh well. Now we have here. You had studied for the exam before you took it. Yes, which you are now. But in the future, this is going to be a past perfect situation. Yes. an event, which is you studying for the exam, is going to happen before the exam. Yeah, it wouldn't really make any sense if you studied after the exam, correct? Just to see if you were correct in the exam. Oh, I missed this. I know. Yeah, like that. Okay. Let's continue. Or are you writing these examples? No? Okay, good. Let's continue. Now, to show that an action happened before a specific time in the past. Okay. Now, again, this might sound confusing with the thing that I just said, that it is not giving you any specific time, but it is giving you specifics about the simple past. Okay. That is the situation that happened after the past perfect situation. Yes, or event. Correct? So let's take a look at this. Karen, can you help us with the first one? Can you read it?
She had established her company before 28.
Mhm. Now, what happens first? What happened first? Sorry.
She had established her company
Mhm. She had established her company. Yes, before. It actually is giving you the information right here. Before 2008. Okay. Now, you might find in the exam examples like, well, let's use this one as the correct one. And you're also going to find examples like she has established her company before 2008. Now, this cannot be correct because, first of all, the present perfect is not doesn't give you this specific information. Yes, that's a first. And second of all, well, the actually the event that happened after in the present perfect is actually the present, the simple present. Yes. Now, since we are here being specified when something happened, it cannot be correct. Okay, nor for the present perfect or the past perfect. Okay. Now, another one would be she had established her company. Mhm. Now, the correct answer would be this one, since you are given two events, one after the other, Mhm. which is she had established her company before 2008. Okay. Now, they all look similar. They all have established, which is the verb in the past participle tense, and the complement is the same. Yes. The only thing that changes is actually what we saw at the beginning of the class. Yes. How to use auxiliaries and verbs for the third person. Okay. Now remember, always remember that the third person uses different stuff. Mhm. Let's take a look at the second example, and after that we can move on to the next one. Now, Gina, can you help us, please?
He had never played football until last week.
Mhm. Very good. He had never played football until last week. Again, this happened in the past, yes, until last week. And the event that happened before is this one, yeah? And even though we don't have not or hadn't, it is a negative statement, right? Because we have never. And never will, it's obviously negative, or gives you the sense of a negative statement. Okay, good. Now, let's just read the next two examples. Miss Maddie, can you help us with the first one? Well, the third one.
They had gotten engaged before last year.
hmm They had gotten engaged before
Ay,
last year. Remember that some verbs, uh, some verb ending sounds are not um, literal. Yes,
okay.
we have the T sound, we have the D sound, and the id sound. Okay, now engaged is the T sound.
Okay.
All right, this is all for regular verbs. Okay,
Okay.
so all right, established is also a T sound. Played is a D sound. And let's think of a id sound. I think wanted, okay? Wanted, wanted. It ends with id, okay? That's just a reminder for your speaking part of the exam because everything gets taken into account, okay? All right. Okay, good. And the last one, Tommy, please help us.
I had fallen asleep before 8 o'clock.
Mhm. Very good. So one thing happened before the other, right? It is right here. The preposition is giving you the answer. If the question was what event happened first. Okay, good. Now let's continue. Here we have reported speech. Yes. Do you have any idea of what a reported speech is? Yes, no, I don't know, maybe, I'm not sure.
Yes.
Yes. What is it, Tommy? Please enlighten us.
No, no, entonces. No.
Oh, come on.
Um, you are repeating what somebody else said.
Exactly. Very good. But by adding this right here,
It's,
all
it's
right,
always in the past.
it's always in the past because it's something that someone said. hmm Or it can be like something right now. He's saying, yes, or he's asking, but that's not really reported speech. That reported speech is like Tommy says, always in the past, or most of the times in the past. So for reported speech, with the past perfect, we is like this. Can you help us, Lizzie, please read the first one.
Uh, the teacher asked if we had studied for the exam.
Mm-hmm. Yes, very good. Now we have reported speech for every or most of the tenses and the models. Yes. Now, since we're talking about something that happened in the past, we usually are going to find it like this with the past perfect because it's something that happened before an event. Yes, in this case, the event is the teacher asked. Yeah. So before this, before you reporting this to someone, this happened first. Okay, good. Now let's just Take a look at these examples. Um, Karen, can you help us, please, with the second one?
The issuer asked if we had purchased our ticket.
Thank you. The 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 user, yeah, the user asked if we had purchased our tickets. Thank you. Gina, can you help us with the third one, please? I'm sorry.
Yes. My neighbor asked if we had seen her dog.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. And the last one, Miss Maddie, please.
The boss had said it would be a long meeting.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Now, there's something different with this one, correct? In this case, we are using models, yeah? It would be a long meeting. Mhm. Now, it is reported speech because you are talking about what someone else said in the past. And it is past perfect because it happened before the meeting. Mhm. Okay, is that clear? Yeah, very good. Give me 1 second, please. Thank you, we're back online. Now, we have here to show dissatisfaction with the past. Now, this is when you regret something in the past. Well, obviously, you cannot regret something in the future. It hasn't been done yet. But you can regret things in the past. All right, let's let's make our own examples. All right, and I don't want you to tell me your greatest dissatisfaction with the past. I just want an example, a personal example. What is it that caused you dissatisfaction in the past? Let's use the past perfect. Let's take a look first at one example. Okay, can you read it, please, Tommy?
We wished we had purchased the winning ticket.
Yes, very good. Now, here we don't have something that tells us literally what the event after the purchase is, correct? Now, they are implying that they didn't get the winning ticket. Therefore, they already know the results or the outcome of this whatever this was, like a raffle or something like that. Mhm. Now, even though it's not saying the entire information, all of the information that we need, we have the context by deducting this, right? By deducing this. Yeah. Okay. Now, what is some dissatisfaction that you had? Please, let's write one of our not greatest dissatisfactions, but something that you regret that you did, something that you did, something that didn't happen, anything. Tell me. Let's get to know each other better. What do you like? Take 5 minutes to write it, to write your example. think about something that happened in the past, yeah, that you are not or you were not happy with. Okay. Yes. No. Anything.
Yes,
All right. Thank you. Thanks for the confirmation. Do you have your examples already? Is that a yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on, guys. We need to communicate better. All right. Can you please begin, Lizzie?
Yeah, sure. I wish I had returned the item.
That item.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, this is a good example,
But it's
but
be
but we're
wish it
we're. Oh, sorry.
it,
That
yeah.
that's what I was going to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And also, yep, that's it. Yep.
Yep.
I was going to say that since I heard wish, I mean, maybe it was my mistake. Um, since I heard I wish, well, yeah, we had no like after event, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But since you put I wished I had returned that item, then it's okay.
Yeah.
I was going to add before before the store closed or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. So that means that you got to the store
Mm-hmm.
late. Okay. Thank you very much. Who wants
You're
to go
welcome.
next? Miss Maddie. Thank you.
okay. I wish I had eaten the rice.
I wished I had what?
I had eaten the rice.
I wish I had eaten the rice. Or I wish I had had the rice. Sounds better, right? Like in a restaurant or something like that. Yeah. I wished I had had the rice. Good. All right. Who wants to go next? Tommy?
I wish I had studied more in the university. When I was in university.
Okay. I wished I had studied more when I was in the university. Very good. Gina,
I wish I had started this course when I was younger.
when I was younger. Yeah, like you were a child or
Yeah.
what? Good. Yes, great. This, no, there it is. Okay, and last but not least, Karen, please tell us your example.
I wish I had planned my day before 7 a.m.
Can you
I,
repeat that, please? I
I,
didn't
wi-
quite get it.
I wish I had planned my day before 7 a.m.
Good. I wished I had planned my day before 7 a.m. Great. Very good. Okay. Is this clear? Yes. Okay. Now let's take a look at the other examples. Okay. Can I erase this?
Yeah.
Right. Now, as you can see, well, and as you all got, wish or wished, well, actually is wished. Wished is used to show dissatisfaction with the past with the past perfect, okay? Because it's something that you cannot change. I mean, it's in the past. Yeah. All right. Good. Now let's take a look at the examples right here. Okay, Miss Maddie, can you help us with the second one?
Just read the sentence.
Yes, please.
I wish I have told the truth.
Thank you. I wished I had told the truth. Very good. Gina, can you help us with the can you help us with the third one, please?
Yes. The boy wished he had asked Anna. No. She wished she had seen her friend.
Yes. She
Yes.
wished she had seen her friend. So what can you infer from this? That she did or that she didn't? She wished she had seen her friend.
Yes,
What
she
do you
had
think?
seen.
So, did she see her friend or she didn't?
She didn't.
She didn't. Good. She wishes, or well, she wished it was like this, but it didn't happen like that. So the last one, Lizzie, please.
The boy wished he had asked another question.
Mm-hmm. Yes. All right. The boy wished, it's a T sound at the end. The boy wished he had asked, again a T sound, another question. Okay. Now let's let's pay more attention to those details. Okay. To these sounds at the end. All right. So you need to practice a little bit more the pronunciation of some words. Okay. Like in the past participle, especially for regular verbs, okay, because those are the ones that have these endings. Yes, other verbs that are not regular, which are irregular verbs, um, don't have a specific sound at the end. Mhm. Unlike regular verbs, which do have three specific sounds. Mhm. Okay. Uh, okay, let's continue. Yeah. All right. Now, past perfect plus just is for things that happened almost immediately. Yes. One event after the other. Yes. So we have here one example. She had just left the scene when the ambulance arrived. Mhm. It's something that happened almost immediately. Yeah. Okay. That's why we use just for. Okay. Now let's take a look at these examples. All right. Can you help us please, Tommy, with the second one?
He had just put the dog on the leash when we got there.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Now, uh, what happened first? I mean, they happened one after the other, but what happened first?
The past perfect always happens first. So had put.
Exactly. Exactly. You got it. The past perfect always happens first. Mm-hmm. Or before the other event. Good. Gina, can you help us with the third one, please?
Yes, the bus had just left when we got to the stop.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. So it was just like, for example, yeah, you were running after the, like chasing the bus, right? It has happened to me before, sadly. Now, Lacey, can you help us, please, with the last one?
I had just gone outside when it starts to rain.
Okay, when it started to rain. Yep. Yes, very good. So the one that happened first, as Tommy said, is the past perfect. It always happens first, always, all the time. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't matter the order in the sentence. Yes. Now, so if you find in the exam something like it started to rain, when it started to rain, I had just gone out. Mhm. It's the same. That is a correct sentence. Okay. Only backwards. All right. Good. Because they are two independent actions. So it doesn't really matter which one you write or which one you find first. Always go with the tense. That's going to give you the answer. All right, good. And now we have here some examples of the exam. Okay, this is what the exam actually looks like. Okay, ignore the A. It's just this and this. Now we have here three very similar sentences, correct? Or endings for this sentence. Now, let's read it, please. Karen, can you please start reading?
Okay. Our history professor, and I'm going to read the three options, or
Yes, please.
oh, had not finished giving assignment instructions when to bell rang. Had not finished giving assignment instructions when the bell rings. Had not finished giving assignment instructions by the time the bell rang.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Now, um, so which of these three options do you think is correct? They are very similar, but they have things that can give away the mistakes. Sorry. Yes. So which ones do you think? Or which one do you think is the correct option?
A.
A.
The first one.
That's right.
The first one.
Why?
Yes.
Why do you think this one is the correct option? We just saw a bunch of examples of this. Just tell me, what gave it away? Perhaps this gave it away? Remember, it's an action or a situation or event in the past. So this is in the past, this is in the past, but, and this one is not the past, this is actually the simple present. So this cannot be the answer, okay? So we take that one out of the way and we focus on the two that have the the past, the simple past at the end, right? Now, why isn't this the correct answer? What's different?
The verb.
The what?
The verb.
No, actually, the verb is the same, rank and rank. What's different is this preposition. Oh, by,
And the verb to finish.
and the what?
The end of the verb.
Oh, yes, the verb finish. That's right. You see, it's tricky. So first we have this verb that does not fit the structure of a past perfect statement, correct? First, the structure is well, we have here the same subject. Then we have had, which is our um our auxiliary for this tense. And then we have a verb plus ing, which is not quite correct, right? Now, what kind of verb do we need here for this to be correct? A verb in what tense? Come on, Gina.
Past participle.
Exactly. Very good. Now, since we don't have the past participle here, this cannot be the answer. Okay? That's the first hint. And the second hint is this, the preposition by the time, or this expression by the time. Yes, that expression is usually used with the future perfect. Okay? All right. And we're talking about the past perfect. Now, um, okay, we have time for one more example. Can you read it, please, Miss Maddie?
This morning, members of the community voted for a stop sign they had previously
Requested.
requested. Vote,
Voted and requested.
okay, voted. Voted to a stop sign they had previously like that?
Requested.
Request, okay. Voted,
Requested.
requested.
Perfect.
Thank you. Voted for stop sign they had previously requested.
Very good. Now, this one I think is easier, right? Now, which one do you think is the correct answer? A, B, or C? No? Take your time to analyze these three options. What is incorrect? Stop looking for the past perfect at the very beginning of the sentences. What is not correct? Voted for, is that correct? Yes. Voted for is correct?
Yes.
Yes. Voted to is not correct. All right. Now, voted to is correct when it's followed by a verb. Yes, which is voted to stop something. Yep, that's the infinitive form of the verb. But in this case, we don't have a verb. We have a noun, which is a stop sign. So this one is not correct just because it has the wrong preposition. Yes. Now we're down for two options now. We have voted for a stop sign they had previously requested, which is an action in the past that happened before a different action. Okay. And we have voted for a stop sign they have previously requested. Now, is this in the past or is this in the past? Now we're looking for the past perfect.
The first one is the correct.
Yes, that's right. The first one is the correct option because since we're talking about an action in the past happening before a different action also in the past, we cannot use this auxiliary have. Have is present perfect. Yes, present perfect does not give us information about something happening before something. Okay, that's the past perfect job, the past perfect's job. Okay,
Okay.
now oh, also not correct. Okay, so that would be it for today, guys. Thank you very much. If you please take a picture of this, or yeah, take a picture of this, please. So you can do these two examples for homework, okay? And we will check them tomorrow. Yes?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Do you have any more questions or something to add? Some comments? You don't like my hair? Uh, what you liked about today's class? What you didn't like? That is also helpful. Or you have no comments at all?
No comments.
All right.
Thank you, teacher. All
All
right.
right. Thank you very much. Just one more thing. Did you learn something today?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, a lot.
What did you learn today?
Um,
Tell me. Come on. Enlighten me.
I
Well,
guess
us.
I finally understood was perfect.
It
I
is
think.
quite simple, right?
Yes.
It is easy once you get it.
Yes, it's easy.
Nice. Thank you for that. What about the rest? I want to hear you all. Come on. What else did you learn today?
In my case, I think I have to study a lot. The verbs in past, the pronunciation. I think I have to study.
More than study, I think we just need a little bit more of practice.
Mhm. Yes, I have to
But
practice more,
yeah,
more my pronunciation.
you're all good. As I told you, you all have a pretty high level. So it's going to take just some practice to how can we say that, to perfect your pronunciation, or not perfect, but to improve it. It's
Yes,
just a little bit more practice, and that's it. We
thank,
can all improve. Even I can improve a lot.
thank you.
So this is, yeah, this is teamwork. Teamwork make the dream work. All right, good. Well, anything else that you want to share with the class? No? Gina, Tommy, Lisi.
No, I just say I really like this class. I think that it's um, perfect to think and maybe pronounce some words that it's difficult at at the beginning, but with practice and some exercise, we can improve.
You know, it's all about patience.
Yes.
Patience is a virtue, you know. So you just need to be patient and believe in yourself. You can do it. We can all do it. Great.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, well, if that's everything for today, or Tommy, you want to talk?
Have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow.
All right.
Bye.
See you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Bye.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming today. I will see you tomorrow. Have a lovely evening.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank
See you
Thank
you.
you,
tomorrow.
Rob.
See
Bye
you
You
bye.
tomorrow,
too.
classmate.
Bye.
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 Bye, Gina.
Bye.
Got it.
Bye.
Bye, Marigina.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.